election or primary election, and the incumbent governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has been declared to be the winner of that particular elections. He therefore becomes the APC candidate for the election later on in the year. And Governor Aiyedatiwa has wooed Akiterwa, Ibrahim, and others, to join hands with him. He's also been thanking the president, and he's urged the 15 aspirants who contested with him to work for the success of the APC to remain in power in the state. Okay, a fine morning to you, Honorable Abiola Makinde. Honorable Makinde is a member of the House of Representatives representing Ondo East, Ondo West federal constituencies. Good morning to you, Honorable.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Indeed, it is our pleasure. Okay. Any surprises in this election? Because, everybody would have been thinking that he had a very, very good shot at it. Apart from the governor, there were some big names in there. You being a key player, were there any surprises for you? Because it is reported that the governor trounced his opponents in this election.
Yeah, there are no surprises as far as the election is concerned. Let me congratulate His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa on this resounding victory at the just concluded APC primary election on Saturday. And of course, this is a testament of his popularity, his credibility, and his acceptance among party members, especially the card-carrying members of the party. Of course, there are many, many reasons why a lot of the political leaders are behind him. Almost 95% of the political leaders are behind the governor. And of course, people love him. He continued in the work of his predecessor, and he had been able to achieve a lot within a span of just 4 months. And so there are no surprises. We see him as a credible person, as someone who can lead us in the next 4 years to make a very resounding change in Ondo State. So there are really no surprises. And I use this opportunity to, to appreciate other aspirants for contesting. We are one family in APC. APC is a big family, and the election had come and gone, and I will admonish other aspirants in the spirit of sportsmanship just to move on and close ranks with the governor. He had released a statement asking them to, close ranks with him, and let's build our party so that we can be strong in the forthcoming general elections.
What was the...
And that's my own take as well.
What was the official figure he won by? Because initially there were disturbing stories of violence and untoward practices. But ultimately, when it was declared by Governor Ondo to be the winner, what was the official figure?
I think it was around 48,000 that he scored. I don't have it off-head, but I know he scored almost about 48,000 of those votes, and that was a good one for him.
It certainly was, especially when you compare it with the next the person next to him, Mayowa Akinfolayan, 15,300, and then Chief Olushola at 14,800. So no wonder one of the papers on Sunday was saying that the governor had trounced the opposition. But nevertheless, he is still calling on, all those who contested with him or against him. Maybe, in fact, the way he's looking at it, he probably will be using the word with him as opposed to against him, because he wants all of them to come on board and let's work for, the good of the beloved state.
Yeah, exactly. And the governor, when he started off in his campaign, he was strategic. He called everybody, he called almost, he had a stakeholders meeting with those who support him and those who are not with him. That was the first thing he did, to woo a lot of people to himself. He called almost everybody and told them about the fact that I want to contest, and I know that some of you are here. You may not be supporting me, but hey, I'm telling all of you. And he was able to gain a lot of votes as a result of that. And it went
across the
18 local government.
Exactly. Across the 18 local governments.
Yeah, yeah, he did that. Yes, across the 18 local government, he called everybody together and told them his plan and told them he will be contesting. He is the only person that did that. Others were just targeting this kind of indirect primary strategy. Meanwhile, the governor was targeting the direct primary, the voters, the card-carrying members of the party. So that's where for example, I'm a stakeholder in the party. I was only invited, or only two candidates met with me. The governor himself, Ayedatiwa, and Mayowa Akifolari. All others did not even deem it fit to see me one-on-one and talk to me about their ambition. And I'm a sitting rep member, a two-term member in the House. So you can see their strategy. Some of them targeted only ESCO member of the ward, the 27 members of the ward, of the ESCO member. Meanwhile, the direct primary involves all card-carrying members of the party. And that was where the change came from. And the governor had a resounding victory. Yes.
Okay. Let me bring in Mr. George, calling in from Ikeja.
Okay.
I beg your pardon. A caller is on the line. Good morning, Mr. George.
Uncle Yori, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Uncle Yori, I was taken aback by the unnecessary intrigue that greeted this APC primary in Ondo State. In the first place, how can you have a sitting governor who got to the office in about 3 months or so, and you didn't give him the benefit of refusing to contest? That is not a norm in a normal democracy. You were persecuting him even before he was sworn in. And all those persecutions now, you can see how it has given him more popularity with the people. It means that the people knew that he was being persecuted. I do not, those who do not know this, they should check the meaning of his names, his 3 names. Then they will know why things are happening like that. A man is what his name says. And I hope the politicians in Ondo State will learn their lessons from this.
Okay.
It's not, the intrigues are not called for. And they should learn to abide by what nature laws mean. That's all I have to say on this.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. Well, Honorable Makinde, what do you make of early reports in the election process of, violence and, it was said, of course, as the, exercise continued, that those things didn't substantially affect the result of the election. But go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't. Those things. They didn't. They were not. Well, just about 5 to 10% out of the whole 100. I think we had issue in the Fedore, which was reported last night when the returning officers were, presenting their report. So, of course, in any election, you see 1 or 2 things here and there, but that did not affect the larger part of the election. Let me say this as a member of Rep who had led a lot of people. I've never lost any election by the special grace of God. And this is my 2nd term, and I want my election back to back. The view of the voters is this. An attempt to impeach the governor, Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, when he was deputy, did not go well with a lot of voters. They didn't like it. They did not like it. And that gave him a lot of sympathy votes. They were like, leave him alone. What has he done wrong? He's a deputy governor. He should act. Why are you trying to impeach him? And that gave, like, my people are cultured in Ondo East and West, federal constituency, and our vote is always one direction at all times. That's why if you can see the result, we scored almost about 10,000 votes, because that is us. That is Ondo East and West. We are one direction. They didn't like it. Like, why would you impeach this man? What has he done wrong? He's a deputy governor. By law, he should act. What is this impeachment all about? So they kept quiet until the day of the voting. And they also discovered that some of the aspirants were behind this impeachment. They do. And of course, about 6 House of Rep members also came out to release a press statement in the capacity of House of Rep member, saying that the governor is not doing well, and an open letter to the president. And guess what? Some of these, my colleagues in the House, they are also DG of these aspirants. So, and they are now using the capacity of being a House of Rep to speak against another aspirant. I said, no, people were watching, and they disagree with that. That you,
okay.
In fact, one of them was even an aspirant. Odimayo was an aspirant. Why would you go into the House and say, oh, the Ondo caucus of House of Rep, we do not like what the governor is doing, blah, blah, blah. No. And those things they did actually gave them a very low vote. And as a result, the governor got a lot of sympathy vote at the end of the day.
Indeed. Emmanuel in Otukpo, Benue State, thank you for holding on. Go ahead now.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir.
I greet your guest. I have one advice, a single advice for politicians. You see, Mr. Wike has given us another color to politics in Nigeria. And I want politicians to be cautious when they do their primaries. They should do it free and fair. Now, if not, the next Wike phenomenon will come in. And it is not always palatable. So, please, make sure everything is done with the fear of God and let it be free and fair. Clear for all to see. Thank you. God bless the people of Ondo State.
Indeed, thank you. Honorable Abiola Makinde.
Can I quickly respond to that? Let me respond to that quickly. Our election was credible. Accreditation took place at the wards, and I voted as well. I'm a stakeholder in the party, and accreditation took place. Our cards were validated, and everyone that voted were counted. The videos are there on, I think, www.ondo2024sr.com. They're there for us to see. In every of the wards, accreditation took place, validation took place, and people were allowed to vote. Where we had issue was in Ifedore, and of course, it was reported. There was no violence anywhere. The gentleman that was speaking on channels yesterday was a DG of an aspirant. So what do you expect of a DG of an aspirant to say? He's going to say, oh, we lost out. All those people carrying placard, they are not the voters that we are expecting to speak. They are from one of the aspirants. So what do you expect? And that's why I admonish all the aspirants that irrespective of our differences, the governor, Lucky Orimisan, is calling all of us to close ranks. We are one family. If you don't win today, you can win tomorrow. That's politics. That's the way I look at it.
Let me bring on Hassan, calling in from Oye Ekiti. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling.
I really want to appreciate you once again. And the Azan is A-S-A-N. The Azan is A-S-A-N.
Okay, that is being corrected. Thank you, sir. Please continue.
Now, like I want to say, the Ondo State, now the election it has come and gone. Let me put it like that. That the primary has come. The incumbent governor has been elected as a candidate representing APC in the forthcoming election. Just like what you said, I also saw this course this morning, and when I was looking at it, it implies that the people of Ondo, to be candid, really put in sympathy vote, just like the Honorable Makinde has said there, is a sympathy vote, because I look at it, the vote of 48,000 to somebody having 14, 15, and other people like that. It implies that what they want is what they have seen. What they want is what we have seen. But the only thing I want to say now is a thanks for the governor, irrespective of the different sects or different caucus in the just concluded primary election. I want to admonish the governor to go and see them one-on-one. This is what happened in the state then, during the primary election or something like that, when Fayose caucus won and a Segun caucus lost the primary. So according to that, Governor Fayose then went to meet Segun Oni and to at least talk to him. Whereas he didn't. And Segun Oni didn't then. And it affected the political and the loss. So the same thing, I don't want it to be a social that they will be having different factions in the party. So it is now done on the governor, irrespective of whatever people have done, the members of the House of Reps, just like people have said, the caucus in the House of Assembly, and even the caucus in the executive itself. It should now bring all of them to round table so that they'll be able to have a focus on a better election in the coming one. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. God bless TVC.
Thank you very much, Hassan, for calling in. Well, and as he said, he really, when he saw the results, he really felt that the people of Ondo had spoken with the incumbent governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, winning with 48,569 votes. And the next closest person, Mayowa Akinfolayan, 15,343, followed by Chief Olushola at 14,865. Those figures speak very, very clearly. The governor tripled, easily, more than tripled, the number of his next closest competitor. So I suppose for you, Honorable, Abiola Makinde, all's well that ends well. The work that, Aiyedatiwa and his supporters did has come to fruition. The next thing is to close ranks, get everybody to be on the same page, and take the good state of Ondo forward, I imagine. Last words now on this segment, maybe words of encouragement or whatever for the people in Ondo State.
Thank you. Well, let me first appreciate the President and also the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also our party chairman, the headquarters in Abuja, national chairman, and of course the state chairman and all the party leaders all over Nigeria for the just concluded election in Ondo State. And let me also say this, that the governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, is a man with good character, a gentleman that is willing to work with everybody. And I can assure you, he will meet with all the other 15 aspirants and will close ranks with them. He has done that in the past when the people assumed that he would not bring in some of the commissioners that served under the former governor, Akeredolu, but he surprised all of them by bringing a large chunk of them back into his own cabinet. So you can see an example of his good character. So I can assure you that even this one, he will go around and make sure that he close ranks with them. Even without waiting for them to come, he will reach out to them. And I can assure you that APC will win in the next general election by the special grace of God.
Okay, we've got to leave it there. I want to thank you very much, Honorable Abiola Makinde, Member, House of Representatives, Ondo East and Ondo West Federal Constituency. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the program. Okay, that's our program today. Do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folare.